You will work, you will be exterminated, exterminate, exterminate.
Yeah. No, it's kind of smart what they did with it after, but yeah, no, if he'd actually explained it initially,
Yeah.
that would have...
I know, I just enjoy this one, and I'd happily watch episodes 2 and 3 again. Because they're fun. It's fun, Doctor Who. I don't like the Mind Robber. It's like, it's not groundbreaking for anything like the entire world of Doctor Who. It's not like a legendary like monster or anything. But if you ever want to see just over-the-top villain, this is the one.
Though Mind Robber is definitely the better episode.
Oh yeah, no, Mind Robber.
By far.
Mind Robber is bae, but like... I
This is very flawed.
I can't find any other villain who compares to Zaroff
In Doctor Who.
in Doctor Who.
You mean in terms of over the topness?
Over the topness, except maybe the Master in the movie, but he's not as good.
Well, no, he's like he's kind of like a more reserved.
Syl is a bit weird, but it's just not the same as Zaroff. No one can compare to that. Zaroff's kind of, I don't know, just madness and how he plays it, how he looks. He just rocks it really. And that's why I'm kind of disappointed that it's not on the front cover. I think it kind of deserved to be on the DVD cover, really.
Yeah, it's true. It's a bit weird why they wouldn't, but hey.
Oh well.
Guess they just couldn't find a good place for him or something.
Well,
I don't know.
I like the scene when they're about to get sacrificed, the Doctor and Damon, in episode 3, and then they speak through the face mask, and then they escape. The thing is, the Doctor talks way too loudly. He's like, "Come on, Damon!" As they walk past all these people bowing down, he should have just tapped him and gone, like, "Follow me." Like what Ben did. Ben, like with the amount of noise the Doctor made, Ben should have just been like, "Follow me, Doctor, come over here."
Another scene when they exit these sides and they come out from the tunnels.
Yeah.
They walk in front of everybody. It's like, oh, there's a ceremony going on here. We better duck now. Despite the fact they just walked straight across the front. In front of...
I think it was that they were entering, but I don't get why they didn't just go back into the thing, speak into it, say, "Go away." That would have worked.
Leave me, I'm on my coffee break.
It would have worked, though, and they didn't do it. I was like, you literally had the easiest escape thing.
It's true. At some point, Jamie and Ben get brought down to the tunnels, and there's a couple of... to the mines, in order to mine.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of issues I have here. First off, like... when they're about to, figure out their plans, in the mines, the guy comes down, one of the guards, and asks the two other guys which they're with, can't remember their names, to go up to the project, which he doesn't see them through. He just wanders off. He just tells them, "Oh, go to the project," and just leaves them. If he really wants them to go to the project, why doesn't he bring them to the project?
Yeah.
He just leaves them there. Second off, when they're all getting in line and stuff, like... what a coincidence, the place where they're lined up happened to be right next to this secret tunnel which leads to the front. Despite the fact that none of the guards clearly saw that. It's quite an obvious big tunnel.
I'm just wondering what that mouth thing was there before that they used. Like, who used that beforehand? Was it Zaroff?
The thing in the mask?
Yeah, behind the massive door.
I think they implied it hadn't been used in a while, so...
Yeah, so who used it first? It kind of left... It was kind of a, like, kind of thing, like,
yeah, they don't really go into that, but, it's kind of a, like, I don't know, like, I think, in a way, this episode kind of warns kind of against worshipping dangerous religions, like, with the sacrifices and all that, especially with the ones which it does at the end.
Yeah.
Like, it very much warns against that. So I took the microphone in the mouth as kind of like somebody made up... I don't know, somebody made up a religion or... I don't know.
It was weird. But, there are fours, like when they escape the scene. I did like it when the other guy, I think it was either Ramo or Lolam or whatever, or maybe it was Nola, I don't know.
Yeah.
But the other priest who was doing the sacrifice then went to Zaroff and was like, "It's a miracle.
Yeah.
They've been swallowed whole."
Oh yeah, I loved his performance there. That was very nice over the top as well.
It was enjoyable. It's just fun to watch.
It is.
I mean, the one thing which is a shame, which episode would you prefer to have, 1 or 4?
4.
4, same. I think I'd like that for every story, the final episode.
Yeah.
You'd always kind of want it
Because
more.
while, episode 1 has that nice thing, the TARDIS, well, there isn't so much to it. We have all the pictures and stuff, so... there isn't too much there that we really need.
I really want to see the destruction. I mean, I know we have Zaroff's small death when he falls under the water because of the Australian sensors.
Yeah.
But that's it. I'd really like to see, because in some of the pictures, out of the masks, pouring water in, and then it was...
Yeah, that was really
impressive.
Cool. That was really quite cool looking.
But yeah, I mean, I like the bits where they went into the massive water tank and filmed there. That was cool, I guess.
Yeah.
I was getting weirded out by the 2 different fractions of fish people, though, because some weren't really fully fish people.
True.
And some...
It was weird.
Were they, like, partway through the transformation, or what?
I don't know. And actually, despite the fact that the fish people are being built up as this big thing on the cover and it's a general thing, they don't do anything, really. They just kind of sit in the water, Polly always gets turned into one, and then they revolt and, people don't get food.
Yeah,
and then they leave the project. I mean, the only other thing was that the project didn't get food.
And what happened to the rest of the Atlanteans when they flood the place? Did they all escape?
Oh, well, they said earlier they were going to evacuate.
Oh, right, that's fine then.
So they all move up to the higher levels, because it was only the lower levels which was being flooded, up to Zaroff's lab and the temple.
That's okay then. But yeah, it's just, it was just kind of dark. I did like it when the Doctor was running away. I was kind of confused on how the Doctor trapped him. Did he, like, make him walk to a bit and then he shut a gate on him so he couldn't get to the button or something?
No. Zaroff locked himself in.
How did he lock himself?
Basically, what he was going to do was that, so to stop the Doctor from getting to the control panel, he had a gate for the opportunity so he could lock himself in and continue on with finishing this project without any hassle.
Yeah.
Thing was, presumably he couldn't get it back open because the Doctor had messed with the electricity earlier.
Oh.
So he trapped himself.
Yeah, but then still couldn't you have just ended the world? Oh no, he couldn't. Probably.
Not with the electricity.
I think that was the electricity went down so he couldn't get back to it. Maybe.
Doctor messed with the electricity, and I think the place with it being flooded, I think was already.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'd like to see episode 4 because it could clear that up for me.
Yeah.
But so I mean, it was quite. I liked it. Like, I mean, like the Doctor's running away, and it's like, oh no, I can't leave Zaroff, and yeah, and the Doctor's So I mean, it shows good morals again. The Doctor didn't really want to kill him, and he was going to go back and save him.
Yeah, but
I can't just leave him there to drown. It's like, no, yes you can, and then he grabs.
Yeah.
Ben, I think it's Ben grabs him. Yeah.
Oh yeah. At one point, the governor, the main fish guy, gets shot. First off, the gun sound effect really weak. Yeah, it's a terrible gun sound effect. Second off, like, it was so close to him. How the heck did he survive that? And like, he's fine later. Like, he's walking around just fine. But he got shot, like, close range.
Well, I think maybe if it was his shoulder, but it looked like it was aimed at his stomach, really.
Yeah,
so
it did.
He'd be dead.
He's just been very lucky, I guess. Actually, and this was one thing I questioned, but how did the practice of turning people into fish people become an accepted practice anyway?
I know.
Especially considering the fish people clearly have their brains altered in some way, because they don't act like people. Yeah,
they don't think that much. I don't know.
Yeah, how has that become an accepted practice?
It's just there's a lot of. It's taking the key approach to leaving a lot of things unexplained, just so it could get on with the story.
But the best kids things, again, explain all these things.
Yeah, I know the best things, but I'm saying it's simple story, nothing special. I don't get how people can not like this one, though. I mean, it's at least enjoyable.
I mean, there's so many...
I mean, how can you not enjoy Zaroff? You know,
I think people do enjoy Zaroff, but I think... considering he's not in it for the entire thing.
And then people say there's problems with like how rubbish it, tacky, cheap, and unsubtle is what someone referred to it as. But I I don't think it looked that
compared to other
cheap.
stories of the era. I would say it possibly does.
Yeah, but to be fair, then the only reason that this one was chosen is because a new script written by William Ems, the Imps, was commissioned to replace it. However, Ems, fell ill, so then Underwater Menace had to be then used and fixed by adding Jamie, and it was so close to the end that basically they were filming it a week before it got released. So that they had to rush production very, very quickly, and working title. I'll go into that later. But yeah, so I mean, it was dropped originally because of its budget was going to be too high for the entire thing. They were like, it's going to be too expensive to make this. But then the script that they wanted for the Imps, which is an interesting title, I'd like to know what was going to happen in that. They had to rush this one, so of course they had to kind of go a bit on the cheaper side, really.
Oh yeah, another scene I liked was this fight with Zaroff and Jamie briefly was dodging of all the when Zaroff was attacking.
Yeah,
I felt it was quite nice. Actually, I was quite nicely choreographed. I was actually kind of surprised.
Yeah, it wasn't the worst. It wasn't as bad as a Mind Robber fight, which is where she's just throwing the macho guy.
Yeah, it's much better than that. Yeah.
But yeah, so there we go.
Yeah, another small line which I really did like was he was going over when they were flooding thing. He was like, "Oh, one thing's concerning me. Can we all swim?" I like that nice line there.
But yeah, that's kind of it, really. I mean, they kind of escape in the TARDIS a bit quickly.
Yeah, they do get out. Well, because they initially they think the Doctor's dead initially. Both the people inside, Doctor and Ben, and Ben and Jay. Well,
it's
Polly and Jamie.
Yeah, third time lucky.
Yeah, Polly and Jamie, and also the people inside. They all think the Doctor's dead.
Yeah, and
then they just appear. There was no real point in keeping the mystery. We knew they were alive. But they spent a while hanging on the... This is the planning for episode 4 in particular.
Yeah.
They spent quite a while...
At the end, yeah.
Yeah, just on the fact that... Oh no, the Doctor's dead.
Oh, god damn it, we're stuck here forever. But yeah, so I guess that's kind of it, really. So 3 good things.
I would say... Zaroff, definitely. Very over the top, very entertaining to watch. I would say there's a few things. Zaroff's the main thing, really.
Zaroff, yeah.
Like everything else I got is really small moments. I don't really know. I do have a decent amount here, but they're small moments.
Yeah, it's not an overall thing.
No, they're just nice sort of small things. This episode, possibly the how dark it got with the operation they're going to do on Polly and how they did that. I thought was quite a cool, kind of different thing. Actually, I'd say possibly the sets. Actually, sets weren't bad. The temple was nice. The lab looked like a lab. Yeah, so again.
Yeah. My 3 points. Zaroff, definitely. I'd say sets in general and costumes. General, I think they did quite well, really, for probably the budget they had. And basically, I'd say probably Patrick Troughton, I think, does quite good. He does a more mellow Doctor, but I quite like his style of approach. It's just I just enjoy Patrick Troughton
I think
a lot.
He's better enough. Yeah, I mean he is. Yeah, no, of course I always enjoy Patrick Troughton's performance, but I think he's better in other stories.
Oh yeah, no, hell yeah. I just kind of enjoy the fun of this story. It just doesn't take itself too seriously.
No,
I think that's why it works better. It's like if you ever want to be cheered up by a Doctor episode and you like classic Who, then go for this one.
Well, I think there's a couple of other options, but
to make you laugh.
This isn't a bad option.
Cheer up. What would you say for other ones for cheering up? fun.
The Romans.
Yeah, the Romans was actually
I really enjoyed the Romans.
That was hilarious, yeah. Robots a bit funny.
Yeah.
Time and Rani, obviously.
Yeah, clearly.
Clearly. Destiny of the Daleks is pretty funny.
Can be, yeah, it can be.
Probably quite a few.
Probably
Spirit in Space is quite enjoyable, really.
Time Meddler has its moments.
3 Doctors, Time Meddler, 5 Doctors.
Yeah, there's a few.
But yeah, I definitely put this one up there with one of the funner ones. More fun. Enjoyable. So yeah, 3 bad points.
So I'd say to be honest, like, the script as a whole is iffy. Like, really quite iffy in a lot of places. Not everything flows nicely. Like, it doesn't really pace that good, and like a lot of things aren't really thought out very well. Like, as I've gone over here, I'm like, of course, there's so many like parts of this where I can just pick out and like, oh, this is a problem, this is a problem, this is a problem. Like, a lot of that comes from the script itself. I know, as you said, it wasn't. Yeah, it was one that they were going to replace, but they couldn't. Doesn't necessarily help that. I would say. Again, lots of small moments.
Yeah, see, there's nothing largely wrong with it. There's just lots of small things.
But I think there's more small things in the bad category.
I can do mine if you want me to go first.
No, it's okay. I'll just finish off quickly. Okay, I guess I'll just go over a couple of small moments. But the fish people getting really upset very quickly in the following scene where they're just kind of discussing it, where the fish people are talking amongst themselves. It's not only like really stupid how they so easily convinced to revolt, but the whole scene after that was pretty long, tedious, and boring. Second off, actually third off, I guess, just in general, like all the padding, like so much padding to this.
Mine would definitely be number 1 is padding. Like every episode has padding, like hell. Number 2, I was about to say another padding one. Number 2, I'd say probably Zaroff's reasoning for why he's doing it is just literally, come on, you could have had a bit of a better reason, like he got annoyed at all the world, so
there is actually
hence why he escaped.
There is a better reason, which was cut out, but I will say that for the nerdy. But right. I will tell you.
Well, that would have been better. And yeah, I'd probably say the padding again, because there's just too much of it. Too much of it. I mean, I'm not trying to take this. I just don't want to take this story too seriously, because if we try and look for like a dark kind of thriller, like this one would get a 0, you know? Because it's just fun.
I mean, we're not looking for that, but
and I'm just glad that we got it.
I think, I am glad that we got it, but I think when you have to look at this episode, you have to kind of take it. You can't just ignore its problems just because it is fun. But you know,
I think that's what it was trying to be, though.
When I'm going to be. I think partially, though, again, like, all the darker scenes kind of tell me otherwise, so...
But you can have dark comedy.
Well, it's not really comedy, though. She's about to get, like, jabbed and turn into a fish person.
True, there were lots of dark moments, but then, I mean... Yeah, Mind Robber had some dark moments, but it was more...
Yeah, but it all blended together better. You know, it fitted. All of it fitted. This one, it doesn't really fit.
0 to 100, and yeah.
So I guess we'll just go on to the nerdy. So yeah, it's the Zaroff thing. In the original script, Zaroff had more motivation for a scheme. His wife and children were killed in the car crash. Apparently.
Oh.
I don't know how that ties in. I don't know how that tied it. Maybe that's why it was cut. But that is another reason. And at one point, Zaroff had a female scientist called Steena's companion in the helping him out. It had the working titles Fish People, Under the Sea, also referred to as Doctor Who Under the Sea, and Atlanta.
I preferred the Fish People, but again, it wouldn't have made much sense.
I think Underwater Menace is not... I think
it's the best title it's had.
Yeah.
But yeah, the biggest problem was that Fraser Hines had been added to it, so yeah, they had to do a lot of alterations. And yet individual episodes were recorded just a week before they were due to broadcast. And recordings took place at Riverside Studios in Hammersmith. Episode 2 was found in December 2011. It had been found with former TV engineer Terry Burnett, with only cuts from the Australian censors missing, which then were obviously replaced because we had them. And once reincorporated, the episode complete for the first time since the master tape was wiped in the 1970s. Apparently, Patrick Troughton was reputedly particularly unhappy about the production. He reported and to describe the show as having ridiculous costumes and makeup of the fish people. Producer Inns Lloyds even appeared to concur, admitting it did look like something from a 50s B movie, American B movie. So yeah, it's kind of it's not too much. When the Doctor signs the note in episode 1, it's signed Doctor W.
Though, it's pretty close to referring to as Doctor Who. Though War Machines is the only time in the series history where he's explicitly referred to as Doctor Who.
See, thing is like, who will be required is how I always look at it. I just pretend to look at it that way. It's like Doctor, who is required for this job kind of thing. Doctor, who is required. That's how I go. That's how I go.
I don't think that's what they intended.
I know it's not what they intended, but it fixes that problem. That's a podcast for another day. So conclusion.
So this story is very flawed. Very flawed. Like, there are so many small issues throughout the entire episodes. A lot of things are boring, actually. I probably should have added as one of my bad points, but whatever, too late now. A lot of scenes are boring. There's a lot of padding to it. And the script isn't actually that good. Neither is how it's paced. And there's a lot of things. So many issues. It's a fun kind of issue though, because like they have specifically Zaroff is fun. Like, he's really fun to watch on screen, and him alone, combined with possibly Patrick Troughton's some of the other performances, because the performances really are what kind of bring up this episode to any sort of degree. Like, had they had a different cast on this, it would have just been like nothing redeemable. But the acting in this for the main characters, for the side characters, and for Zaroff especially, because of how over the top he gets, is enjoyable and makes it kind of tolerable to watch. However, I don't think it really negates the issues of this episode. It is by far not the worst Doctor Who episode. It's nothing like intolerable to watch.
Dominators, Tommy Rani, Underworld.
Warriors of the Deep.
It's
significantly better than anything like that. Beast Below, we can go over a massive list of all the episodes which are the worst in this, but but by no means is it like it's not a very good story. Well, I would recommend you watch it just purely based off Zaroff's performance and because of like the general acting performances and some of the interesting things a few interesting things they do here. Overall, I'm gonna have to give this a 3 out of 10. Like, it's not the worst, but it does enough to where it kind of the acting is really what redeems this episode. Like that, everything that happens with the acting side of things, not so much anything else really with this episode. It isn't really great objectively, but I would recommend you watch it.
For entertainment value, it's good.
Yeah, but I'm not doing 2 scores again. Yeah. Not after the Dalek invasion of... What was I thinking? What was I thinking?
Anyway, so my conclusion. The Underwater Menace is probably the most unique in the Troughton era for its wacky villain, crazy plan, and just overall childish fun. Many people I've seen from online dislike this story, but I can't help but enjoy its complete madness. One problem I do have in critiquing this story is due to only episodes 1 and 4 being made up of telesnaps. I found it difficult to pay attention due to having a large lack of understanding of what was happening sometimes, and this story could really have used animation to improve its watchability. For this episode, I shall be given 2 scores, mainly the first one being for its DVD and the form that we can watch it. So in general, and I'm going to give that a 4 out of 10 because I just found it too... It just really pulled me out of it watching episodes. 1 and 4. I mean, I really enjoyed episodes 2 and 3, and that's why I definitely think it's worth getting, because it's complete man and it's absolutely fun. But for overall story, I'm actually going to give it a little higher score of a 5 out of 10, because I don't know, I just really like its different approach to it, and I did enjoy that it does have a lot of padding, but like the 5 is really given for the sets and the acting. I mean, it's just fun. I can't help but smile thinking about the little market scene where they're all running about. It's just fun, Doctor Who, and very much you can see the family show side of it, and just those kind of things. I'm more into like slapstick comedy. I do really enjoy like slapstick, you know, more physical and like playing on words is more my kind of thing instead of just gross humor. It was ambitious, and it was top-notch acting. The story had it also had some very what a coincidence moments, like the Doctor knew who Zareth was. You know, if you didn't know who Zareth was, they'd be dead. So you know, it's, as I say, the setup is very much a childlike story, like layout of, you know, you can't look too deep into it or you'll rip this to shreds, you know, like who used the thing for the mask. You could rip it to shreds if you tried, but that's not really what it's there for. I think like something like Dark Water and Death in Heaven and Hellbent you can rip to shreds, because it was trying to be that, you know, it was trying to be a hard-hitting dark one, and they didn't put it off. Death in Heaven mainly, and Hellbent. But Underwater Menace was just trying to be fun, just fill in some entertainment, and it's definitely worth having. And I mean, more Doctor Who on DVD, the better, you know. So
I mean,
I'm happy that we've got it. So so thank you very much for listening to our little talk about the Underwater Menace, our little review right there. So subscribe.
Or not, you know. Try not to go get in the operation table and get jabbed and become a fish person and just become like a mindless drone, you know. You've got to be your own.
Do it yourself, you know.
Don't collect food for everyone else.
Yeah, just subscribe for your own ones. Don't subscribe because other people are.
Yeah.
So watch. See you next time, possibly or not. Yeah. Look at us reviewing a relatively new story on DVD.
Well, I mean, it's not a new story.
Power's the newest now. It was second newest on DVD. So not too bad. But anyway, yes, we'll see you next time. Boy.